I wasn't bad at asking for help when I was younger. If you're stuck on something and you can't figure it out, you kind of look around and you see who's around, and it didn't even have to be like someone that you knew that well. You'd be like, "Can you help me with this?" As we get older, it becomes harder and harder to ask for help, doesn't it? Welcome to Body of Truth. I'm Rebecca Windsor. Body of Truth was born after years of pretending that everything was fine in my marriage, and it absolutely was not. My marriage suddenly ended with a phone call after 25 years, and then shortly after my son left for college. So everything I had known, everything I had built my life around, stopped suddenly. And I was forced to rebuild my life from scratch. And in that process, I learned some amazing and valuable lessons. It was not immediate and it was not easy, but it was worthwhile and really fulfilling. The most important lesson that I took away, though, was the access, first of all, the reconnection of myself to my physical body. I had detached. I was in there. I still fucked my husband, but I wasn't embodied. I was not from the tips of my fingers to my toes in my body. So that was one gift that I reclaimed really simply by going to the gym to exhaust myself because I just couldn't stand being so unhappy. So I just make myself so tired where at least I'd feel a little more numb. And then through that, I slowly started to return to my body. And in that connection of my body, as I started to make these big changes in my mind, I kind of caught on to this technique of embedding my new decisions physically through repetitive actions so that you are literally reminding your brain every time you're doing something and you're making it a habit. And then once you change the physical landscape of your brain, it's so much easier to enact those changes on the outside. So, this weekend, after a healthy collision with my man, and some words that probably have been waiting to be said by me for more than a decade, really honoring myself and what I needed to say. The next day, I felt fine. You know how you kind of get over these things and you think you reach a point of finishing them, even if they're not, even if the book isn't closed, you're able to put them down for now. You go on with your day. And in what I thought was just a routine conversation with my girlfriend, turned out to be really cathartic. I mentioned it yesterday. And what I have to say is there's two sides to help. There's one point where asking for help is incredibly brave and it's empowering for both you and the person that you ask. Because if you can be transparent and ask for what you need, you're really giving that person a chance to give you a gift. So that's the first thing. And the second thing I would tell you is when you feel of need is the perfect time to offer that help. Nothing helps me pull my head out of my ass faster than checking in on someone that I know needs to be checked in on. Taking the focus off you for one fucking second or your problem you can't get out of. And in that, you can be a really healthy ear to listen to someone. You can give them an outside loving perspective that maybe they don't see. So those two things, asking for help for yourself and the support that you really need and allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to ask for it, is a gift both for you and for the person you ask. And then the flip side is offer that help. Offer that help to a sister in need. Offer that help to that friend that you know is going through a tough time. Offer that gift of your time with them. It changes your perspective instantly and brings a lot of healing, both interpersonally and within you too. It will give you that space from that issue that you can't stop chewing on. First of all, it gives you that space for the moment, the break of having to think about it for every second. And it gives you the chance to really build something beautiful with someone that you love and care about. So I hope today that you are able to either ask for or offer some love and help and attention. I hope this is something that you found useful, and I really would love your feedback. What I'm looking to do is start a place for us to have that dialogue. And if you need help, this is the place to come for it. I will see you tomorrow.